Alright, little short video. This is and you can see it took a hell of a hit. The guy actually sideswiped this whole car, destroyed the door, blew the window out, blew that window out, ripped the whole fender off the front end of it. The car was parked in Oregon, in Ontario, Oregon, and he bounced off. A drunk driver hit this car while it was parked at in front of the guy's house. The guy, man that owned this, he was the original owner of this car. The car right now is filled with junk. It's sitting in my carport here, and it's got numerous engine parts related to more diesels. I don't know if you can see that up in there. See if I can turn the light on here. But numerous diesel parts, and what I've done is there's a transmission. I've been collecting parts, and the car was in pretty good shape. They had a guy that put a crate motor that was actually ordered from Australia, so it's still a Mazda 2-liter in it, and a kid needed a hood, and the hood actually was bent, but he needed the hood to cut a section out of one corner so he could repair his. So I sold the hood and put this big piece of metal over it, and to lighten this up to where I could put it in my shop and be able to open the doors, I just went and took the doors off, threw them in the recycler. They were destroyed. I mean, you can see by this, the door was just crushed in. The car has an original 97,000 miles on the car. It does come up in the search. The guy had all the paperwork, and all factory. Nothing's been monkeyed with. It's 5-speed. This car here has air conditioning. Believe it or not, the air conditioning worked. But there's the Mazda diesel. Fairly new engine. Fires right up. It's just sitting here just like it does right now. It will fire right up. All parts. And I drove it in here into my carport, and basically been just using it to stack stuff on. But the engine's been kept clean and covered. The tires are 10 years old or so now, 8 years old. I don't use the fuel tank. I use a fuel cell, but I pulled the line up to where I can hook into it, so I can fire it up, and so everything stays nice and clean. And that is the Escort diesel with a 60,000 miles on the motor. The first motor that was in here, the wife put gasoline in the car and drove it almost to Boise, Idaho before the engine blew up, and the owner put that motor in it. And then not very long afterwards, smash. Alright, so I'm coming here and I'm going to show you this Tempo. This is a little 2-door Tempo. It's real dirty because it's sitting in my shop. This is all my shop in here. It's sitting in my shop, and it is, like I said, real dusty and dirty. However, it's a little 2-door car, and let me get a light here. This is an LED light, so I hope it's something that helps, but it's in really good shape. Mileage on the car is about 90,000, but the guy that owned it, original owner, let me get back in here, original owner, pardon that LED light, I know that's not perfect for video, but the car itself, other than being dusty and dirty, is perfect condition wise. Carpets are perfect, the interior's perfect, dash is great, the instrument cluster, there's no monkeying with it, no goofy radios put in it. It is and had always been a diesel, but a mechanic pulled this engine out. He was arrested, put in jail. He had a big scam going where people would buy the car or bring their cars in. What he'd do is he'd pull a part off the car and then give them a huge price of fixing it at the Ford dealer, and then he'd convince them he'd take it back to his place and do a special kind of deal, And what his real deal was he was stealing their motors. This guy's car quit because the fuel filter jammed up. Okay, he's an old man. He's in his late 70s, and this guy jerked the engine out. Luckily, we got it, or the cops got it. County cops got it before he was able to do anything else. So as you can see, he does this little stunt. He pulled the head, and then once you got the head pulled off, the owner's kind of stuck. And here's the engine in its entirety. The head along with another head that he had ordered for the guy, made him pay for, is a reman head that is wrapped up also in that blue car you saw at the beginning of the video. But that's the Tempo. It is dent-free, scratch-free. It's got a few, you know, age-related factors, you know, like this blackening that's on the chrome, okay, which personally I would probably take off and just make it all chrome. But the car's in excellent shape. Got all original wheel. It's all original. This car's never been monkeyed with. Everything is just like it came in the factory. And if you're wondering where's the hood, I put it on my wall. I don't want to get damaged. It's way up there. This is my office. It's way up there. It's mounted on the wall. So this is what I've got here. So what it is the Escort's got a real good engine in it, and I don't know enough to figure out how he took this apart in here, but I've got buckets and buckets of parts of miscellaneous stuff that I picked up over the years in addition to what I have here now. The stuff that you need to do this car I've probably got 3 times over with everything that I currently have. But what I don't have is enough time or experience with diesels. This was a wishful thinking issue. And the car, let me see if I can get you a better upwards picture here. I'll get up on the second floor here. But the car's covered with dirt and dust for one reason, and it's because I work out of my shop. And so here you can see it here. There's some styrofoam sitting on it. But the car's been parked in here for a very long time. That crane's been sitting right where it's sitting for a very long time, and I've got to do something about it. The hood that's sitting right here, no dents or scrapes or messed up on it. I just didn't want it to have any. There is no rust. There's no rust on this car, none. And it is nice. Interior's real nice. I don't know if I gave you a good interior shot, but interior's real nice. And I mean, the LED light don't do you much justice for the, let me see if this camera here has a light on it. That one here. It don't do you much justice, and it's a little dark in here, but everything is good. It's got a little lint on the seat from the time it was new. He had put these sheepskins all the seats, but the interior is immaculate. It's in perfect shape. There's like I said, there's no damage to this car whatsoever. There's a little spot with a velour or whatever. It's kind of rubbed right there, but I think there's a cleaner for that. Interior is just, everything's nice. Everything's nice. Got a little bit of sun. You can see a little bit of sun fade right up here in this edge where it's set in the guy's garage, and he had a greenhouse window right there above it. But anybody interested, I don't know if I can show you, you know, this is in just perfect shape. You know, whatever this, I hear they rust up in here somewhere, so, or up in here. But the car is just perfect. Look at the muffler. The muffler's perfect. The hole underneath is perfect. Nothing wrong with this car. I just do not have the ability to do this work. So I'm looking for somebody with a trailer big enough to come get them. The Escort that is sitting out here has, like I said, perfect engine in it, and we can take it and cut it. We can take it and cut it right here and cut it all the way down. Now, we won't cut Lacey in half, but we can cut it all the way down, and we can just load the front half. It actually probably drive itself onto your trailer that way still, but load the front half onto the front of the trailer and then pull that Tempo somehow onto the trailer. So interested parties, just give me a reply.